Sounds good. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for having me. Well, to paraphrase Al Gore, I'd like to talk about two inconvenient realities of business today. Now, Warren Buffett says if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work till you die. That doesn't sound like much fun, does it? So the advances in technology, specifically in online tools available at little or no cost, make it possible to create automated systems and infrastructure that generate recurring revenues. In other words, profits while you sleep. The sooner you stop chasing sales and direct all your attention to building your own profitable online business, the sooner you will achieve the freedom and flexibility of a laptop lifestyle. Now, this was a huge revelation for me because I, at the beginning of my career, was chasing sales. And chasing is extremely inefficient and frustrating often. Building systems takes time and a lot of effort, but there's big payoff at the end. The number two reality, Gary Vaynerchuk, founder of one of the most successful digital marketing agencies, says, like it or not, every one of you is now a media company. Now, some people may find this a bit frightening, but as Vaynerchuk says, like it or not, it's true. Now, most digital marketers agree that social storytelling, telling your story through social media, is the new marketing. It's the way to build traction, generate premium quality clients. So you have a choice. You can start now or you can start later. But there will be 3 billion new internet users in the next 3 to 5 years. Currently, there's only 1 billion. I thought everyone was online. But if you start building your online business now, they will be your potential customers. If you don't, they will be your competition. Which would you prefer? It's getting more competitive and more expensive to build this business, not less. So you need to start now. Having the proper mindset is very important to achieving peak performance, and that's what samurai thinking is all about. Now, there are 3 mindset strategies that samurai have practiced for 1,200 years. And by the way, I am a martial artist. I have samurai title from Japan. I'm a 6th degree black belt in karate and 5th degree in sword. So I know what I'm talking about when I talk about samurai thinking. The first mindset is called Shoshin. Shoshin means beginner mind. As a black belt, that's very important, but it's also important in digital marketing to be coachable, to not be too cool for school. The second one, Mushin, means clear mind, to empty your mind. That's what meditation does for you, but it clears you so you're focused and so that you can do Fudoshin, immovable mind, which is complete focus on the task at hand. You can't do that if your mind isn't clear. So these 3 principles are the foundation of samurai thinking and very powerful tactics for digital marketers. Examples of samurai thinking for entrepreneurs and what samurai did was constantly refining tactics, eliminating efficiencies until there are no more to remove. The samurai were completely willing to abandon a strategy if it was not working. How about you? And having more relevant information is preferable to having less, so you can make more informed and better and faster decisions. And samurai knew that tools fail, often without warning. So you create redundancies to compensate. Samurai would carry 2 swords, for instance. And use the best tool for the job. Do not favor any specific tool or tactic. Similarly, in marketing, you really should do that. And you need to make constant course corrections to tactics and strategies as required. Now, there are 2 key strategies to becoming a digital samurai and maximizing your performance and profits. The first one, eliminate variables. Right, simply, the US military is a great example of this. They're able to entrust teenagers with running complex, expensive systems over vast geographic areas across the world because they use highly structured systems. Everyone in the military wears the same thing. Every Jeep looks the same. Every name badge is in the same place. Everyone follows the same protocols. That's really important. Now, there are three types of problems, according to researchers. There's a simple problem, a complicated problem, and a complex problem. You want to make tech into a complicated problem. Now, that may sound strange, but complicated is better than complex. A complicated problem is sending a rocket to the moon. A complex problem is raising a child. Sending a rocket to the moon is highly quantifiable. It's math, the definition of quantifiable, right? Which is why NASA can get that rocket right where they want it. But raising a child has lots of variables beyond your control, and the outcome is unpredictable. So a complicated problem, structure is highly necessary, like I just talked about with the military, as is eliminating the variables. And you need to make constant course corrections, like NASA does with their rocket. And we provide clear, specific solutions, and that allows you a high degree of certainty of the outcome, predictability. And that's what you want with your technology solutions. The second key strategy is think differently about technology. Think about this. Do you see your smartphone as friend or foe? A ball and chain or an indispensable personal assistant? Do you use it only for calling, maybe texting, or do you rock the technology hardcore using tons of productivity apps? Smartphones and tablets are incredibly powerful supercomputers, and that is if they're used effectively. Samurai thinking is all about efficiency, impartially weighing the variables based on achieving your goals. There's a difference between information, which there's lots of out there on the internet, knowledge, which lots of people have, and wisdom. Lao Tzu says, to attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. Wisdom is far more difficult. Now, it's a universal truth that the most efficient and elegant solutions emerge when there's nothing left to remove. Whether you're an athlete or a digital marketer or a martial artist, it's all about refining tactics. But elegant solutions are hard to create. Now, what is an elegant tech solution? Well, not having to think about saving, or if you can undo, not worrying about backing up or losing your data, not having to think about which device you're on or using. I often pick my device based on proximity, which I'm closer to, or not having to think about if you're online or offline. Elegant is simple. Elegant is easy. Things just work when the technology is seamless, and ideally, it becomes invisible. Best practices for technology and tactics that are effective are constantly changing. Like Einstein says, you want solutions that avoid problems before they arise, and that requires constant course corrections. As I mentioned with NASA, it turns out that the rockets they send to the moon are off course 97% of the time. NASA makes constant course corrections to ensure they hit their target. And so it is with technology and digital marketing. You must make constant course corrections to your strategies and tactics to reach your goal. Now, the 5 pillars of productivity are the foundation of every business in the 21st century. The pillars are moving to the cloud, which is the #1 pillar. Data management is #2. #3, privacy and security. Business communications is #4. And mobile integration is #5. All businesses, no matter what type or size, need to address these fundamental pillars in order to maximize productivity and profit potential. Now, I don't have time to explain all of them in depth right now, but I will tell you how you can access my masterclass training where I go over all of these strategies in greater depth a bit later. But first, we'll start with the first one, moving to the cloud, which is arguably the most important. It all starts there. Now, these days, your system should be browser-based instead of hardware-based. When you're browser-based, you work from a browser, then you're not tied to any specific hardware, and you can work from anywhere on any device, which is why this is the #1 pillar. Google Apps for Work is the most comprehensive system available for cloud-based businesses for entrepreneurs and small businesses. Other companies like Microsoft make great products, but Google's is the most complete with having all of the pieces that you need to run your business. The number 2, data management. Content is king, we know this, but actually relevant content is king. And more importantly, finding your relevant data when you need it is a big challenge. So using the right tools and protocols for storing and retrieving data is critical in a world of 1 terabyte drives. We use Dropbox and Google Drive for our cloud storage for data management. Dropbox saves everything to your hard drive first, then uploads it to the cloud, and Drive does the opposite. So they both have their advantages. Again, I talked about redundancies. It's not one or the other. They both have very specific tactics and advantages, which I go over in my training, that you can use. And so we use both. Number 3 pillar, privacy and security. Now, you can't have effective privacy without thinking about strong security. Unfortunately, most people have very lax passwords. They issue the top passwords every year, and the top one last year was 123456, and number 2 was 12345678. That is obviously not a good password. So we want you to use strong passwords. We use LastPass, and we generate a 12-digit, what we call strong password that has letters, cases, numbers, and symbols. We recommend you use only one password. You only have to remember one very strong password like this one, and LastPass generates all the rest of them for all your programs that are different and strong, and you will never have to remember any other password again. A tactic we use is you write your password, the strong one, on a piece of paper and treat that paper like a $100 bill. Then you use that password for your computer login every day, and after about a week, you'll remember it. And it's also, again, the same one you use for LastPass. But since you sign in every day, it's one that you will remember. So remembering one very strong password is the best way to secure all of your data.
Martin, I'm so grateful you're showing a lot of these tools. I use several of them. Google for Work, it's interesting because I think there's a small fee for it now, and we used to spend thousands of dollars on this software that just cost peanuts. And Dropbox I use as well, but I want to mention something here about LastPass because I use LastPass. I love it. And one of the things most people don't realize, and I want to point out here, is it's great if you have teams.
Yes.
Because it allows you amazing control over what people have access to of your tools and your logins. And I just love the way it's so easy for me to share just what I want when I want it with my team and then withdraw it.
That's exactly. It's for us. Yeah, so you can share access, but not show them the actual password. So you have much control over teams and outsourcers so that, again, you don't necessarily have to change your passwords if they quit. You can simply revoke the access. They never saw the password in the first place. So there's various levels for teams and enterprise. And it's extremely cheap. LastPass is $15 a year for the base version, and Google Apps for Work is $5 per person. So if you're a one-man team, it's $5 a month, cheap. And you get good support for that. Fantastic.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy good.
Yeah. So the next one is business communications. This pillar is really important. My number one message about business communications, avoid email. Just say no. Email is very inefficient. It's linear, makes it hard to find things later. We use a tool called Slack. It's an up-and-coming tool designed for teams. NASA used it for the Mars project. And so it's extremely powerful, has a number of features. I go into a bit more depth in the training, but it is a very powerful tool for teams that work across geographic areas. Just say no to email. And similarly, you just say no to SMS and texting. Again, inefficient, no confirmation, doesn't always arrive, very bad for business communications. Whereas WhatsApp has end-to-end encryption, it has confirmation, it's better between, if you've got an iPhone and an Android, it's much better for sending pictures and information that way, so much better for using for your team. And Slack, again, I just mentioned. Hangouts is great for chat, and it also has confirmation and syncs across all devices, and of course is integrated with your Google Apps for Work. I don't use Hangouts for video, even though it has the feature, because Zoom is much better. So this is again where I talked about using the best tool for the job. All of these tools have crossover, but they all have the thing that they're best at, right? And again, Hangouts, very good for chat, not so good for video. Zoom, the opposite, very good for video, not so good for chat. So again, those are some of the tools that we use. The fifth pillar, mobile integration. And mobile is driving a paradigm shift in the way that you work. Not only can you move to the cloud, and that allows you to work everywhere, but that means you could run your business from your tablet or your phone or any of your devices, really. And that's possible, therefore, to create a lifestyle experience that you love, working anywhere at any time, because you're not constricted by your office or your hardware. So you want to work anywhere and rock the technology of these smartphones, which are incredibly powerful these days. These are the different software that I mentioned, and you want to make sure then, with your mobile integration, that you install all of the apps I mentioned on all of your mobile devices, so that you have access to your cloud storage through Dropbox. LastPass is critical to put on your phone, because managing you do not want to enter those hard passwords with letters, cases, numbers, and symbols on a mobile phone. You just don't. So you want to have the pay version of LastPass for that. And again, having multiple communication tools is fine, because you access the communications as they come in through the notification bar anyway, so it doesn't really matter which app it goes to. You're going to the specific message, and it opens that app, so it doesn't really matter how many apps you're using. Use the best one for the job. Now I'm going to go over one of the tools a little bit more depth here, managing your data and short-term data using Google Keep, because this is where it starts. The storytelling is a new marketing. If social storytelling is a new marketing, you want to be telling your story throughout the day. Your entire marketing platform is based on your ability to convey that story. If you're a real estate agent, for instance, you might see a house and you want to stop and take a picture of it, and the best way to manage your data is to have it all in one central place. So you don't have post-it notes over here and notes over there and something in this program, something in that program. You want to keep it all in one place. This is what Google Keep looks like. You're able to create different types of information, such as a note, a list, an audio note, an image, or a drawing. So instead of taking a picture just with your camera, you see something you like that you might want to post on social media, take the picture in Google Keep, like I am here with the left arrow there pointing to the Father's Day picture, because then you can put some notes with it. And the way we counsel people is create a title for that note that is a keyword that you will remember a year from now. And then you can put the notes behind it. And then you archive it. So it's very important to use a keyword with the note that you will remember, so that you can find it again. And then you have a centralized place for everything. And Keep is a very low friction way of capturing ideas and information, which is what you want, because you want an organic process that's simple and easy.
So oh, good. So just so you know, Martin, we're at the 20-minute mark now.
Okay.
Okay. So this is great. When you start talking about your core services here, mention, I would mention that you have more information for them to go further, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
this is good. Okay, great.
Now I'd like to talk for a moment about our services. We have two core services that we offer, and I hope you've gotten a lot of information out of what I talked about, but we do have much more that we can add later. I've got some free training that I can give you. Our first service is called the Katana Digital Makeover, and it's all about setting up your technology so that you can work from anywhere on any device, anytime, and you have less noise, less issues, and less problems. Katana means simple and easy. And with that, you get our unlimited just-in-time micro-training, which is support when you need it. Masterclass training, strategy calls. We work with you. We don't just give you a whole bunch of videos to watch. We actually work with you and tell you exactly what to do and how to do it. And our second program, after you've set up your technology, because that is a prerequisite, that's the boot camp, so that you can then be more efficient, is the Profit Generator Blueprint. And this program is ideally suited for entrepreneurs looking for more than an incremental boost in profit. They want a profit blueprint that has all the guesswork taken out of it, and a clear roadmap detailing exactly how to create new qualified leads and new recurring revenue streams that reflect their unique business advantage, are scalable and doesn't require their online presence. That might be something like a product launch or a selling on Amazon or creating a physical product or that sort of a thing. So creating new revenue streams is what the Profit Generator Blueprint is about. And we walk you through that exact process with our just-in-time unlimited micro-training as well. So you get a blueprint of exactly how to do it. One of our clients said the results of the Digital Samurai program has been life-changing. Seriously, the information and transformation of our business has been nothing short of amazing. So we're pretty happy to hear that.